Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We're also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we talk about Lisa Wicker landing at Whiskey Thief. My name is Miss Beka Sue. Please join me welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, as well as our special guests, Darren McElroy, Kathy Cool, and Bo Cumberland.
Hey gang, what's up?
Hello. Howdy.
Hey y'all.
Hey-oh, so yeah, we're going to be talking today about Whiskey Thief and the fact that Lisa Wicker is there now. It's a very interesting situation. I think it's a good fit for both, but we'll get into the details of that after the break. For right now, though, I wanted to tell a little story here and then get Becca's take on it. So, Royce and I go out early this morning. We had a big party last night. We'll talk about that, I think, on the next show. Small talk, we'll get into the party and all that kind of stuff. And, so we're very loud, and I thought, this could be anything. So Royce and I go out. We had to take care of some business out at the house and stuff like that. And we come back in. And we didn't notice when we left, but when we came back in, because we're keenly observant, we see a note on the door, and it says, call me or call this number or something, and then just a phone number. And we thought, God, what is going on here? Because he had left this gate open. Normally the gate's closed, so there would be no one would have access to it, but the gate was open all night because we had people there after this event that were hanging out of the house, and then they had to leave, so the gate was just open so they could get out, and then no one closed the gate after that. So the gate was open, and then we see this note on there, and then Royce and I were both flummoxed, scared, nervous. What do we have to do? But then we just got on the case and we started. What could this possibly be? And we were working on that. And Becca, what did you think about that?
Oh, you guys, you went and Googled the phone number. Yes. I hear Royce go, Rebecca, get down here now. And I'm like, what's happening? And as I'm walking down the steps, I hear my phone number being read off. And I'm like, what? I'm like, at first I'm thinking, wow, Royce knows my phone number?
Obviously.
He's just reading out my phone. He just knows my phone number.
Royce is reading the number. I'm running the Google machine. So yeah, I mean, we were working together on this case.
And so he goes, what is this? And I go, my phone number? He's like, what? I'm like, that's my phone number. He's like, what is it on the door? And I'm like, because we ordered pizza, they didn't ask for my number. I know it shows up on their thing, but just in case for some reason they didn't have the number, it was very important that we got our pizza. And I didn't want to be knocking on the fucking garage door and none of us can hear it. We're up here.
We were partying.
And so I wrote, please call, and I wrote my phone number on it. That if the pizza driver got here and he couldn't, for some reason, I just didn't want there to be a reason that somehow he didn't have.
We needed the pizza, by the way. We were drinking a lot.
Yeah,
the pizza was necessary. But the thing that's left out of this thing is, it's not nice handwriting. It's serial killer-ish handwriting. Becca has bad handwriting.
It's my handwriting. Royce sees it all the time.
Well, he didn't recognize it. In my defense, I don't see as much of your writing as he does. It's the serial. It looked like someone was angry, and we were worried that gun scopes may have been pointed at us as we picked that note up. We don't know what the fuck's going on. Yeah.
I'm like, it's my number, Royce. He's like, how would I know that? I'm like, I know your fucking number.
Like, also, I think the first thing I would do would be type it into my contacts and just see if it comes up as someone I know.
Dolly, Darren, wouldn't that make sense?
Why would one of your contacts leave their phone number on your front door, though?
For the pizza, for other people, not just you. And then the note was left there, like the gate was left open.
They didn't have two brain cells to rub together this morning. So okay, listen, I don't know everyone's phone numbers, right? But like, there's numerous numbers that if I saw it, I'd be like, I do know that number. Why do I know that number? And I don't know. Maybe you should have like an inkling of what your wife's phone number is.
Yeah. I know my wife's phone number, so I will say that. Because we like all of our loyalty programs go under her. So like if I go to Schnucks, I put in her phone number. If I go any of those things, the hardware store, Cyberg's, it's all under her phone number. So I actually know her number. So
I mean,
as well as my own.
Also, even just the fact that it's 701, that is like like 70. That is the North Dakota phone. Like I at least know like 859. I'm like, okay, Kentucky, yeah.
Right.
Like nothing. Like I said,
we didn't get anything. But then when we Googled it, what threw us off, there was still the case wasn't quite solved for us. That's why we had to confront Beka, because it came up Rebecca with a C and then Bolden, not Bolton. Her name's Bolton. So it was registered to Rebecca with a C, Bolden. So we were like, then we thought, is someone trying to steal her identity? What's going on here? We never checked that it might actually be her actual phone number.
This isn't the first time for Royce at this type thing. Literally, I've maybe said this silly little story on the show before. I'm not sure if I have or not. But we were literally at his grandmother's house once.
Yeah.
And on her fridge, she has a list of everyone's birthdays, like their name and their birthday wrote down. And they're in like order for the year. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Reference point.
Royce looks at, and so there's only one person in the family that is his family that's allowed to spell my name wrong, and it is his grandmother. She spells it Becca. That's fine. Grandmas are allowed to spell my name however the hell they want. Hell, my own grandma spells my name wrong. She does 2 Ks. Don't know how that happened.
That's how you know the different grandmothers, which grandmother sent it, if it's a C double or a K double.
Yeah, so Nana spells my name with 2 Cs. And Royce is looking at the side of the fridge, and he goes, Nana, who's Beka with a birthday on March 5th?
Oh, jeez.
And I look at him, and I look over at Nana, and Nana looks at me, and we both look at Royce, and I'm like, Royce, that's me. He's like, what? I'm like, it's me. He's like, oh, well, why would you be on the fridge? I'm like, why the fuck would I be on the fridge? I'm your wife.
Family. Yeah.
That's not like how that's not how it's spelled. Okay, I understand that. But like, you couldn't deduce that the name Beka with my exact birth date was probably your wife?
That's rough.
Like there was I mean,
he needed my help. If the two of us were there, if I had been there, we would have solved that one.
Oh, yeah. It would have taken all of 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But
I'm not sure you guys would have.
You would have Googled it, and it would have been Rebecca Holden's birthday.
I mean, come on, guys. Like, am I just like? Do I exist? Am I invisible? Am I here? Am I a ghost? I'm not sure that I'm even real at this point. I might be a chat GBT. I'm a prompt. That's all I am. I'm not even here. I don't exist in the world.
So there you go. That's insight into what happened with the case we blew wide open this morning. We didn't.
Oh boy, and they were hot on the tail of whoever that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really solved that murder mystery.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no. All I figured out is that if we ever did do a murder mystery themed thing, the last people I'm gonna have on my fucking team are you and Royce. Like, I'm not. You guys cannot connect the dots. You guys can't figure things out. I need to have like all chicks on it because like at least the power of deduction works. I mean,
well, I don't
like,
know.
why would there be a phone number out here? I don't know. For the fucking pizza, perchance?
I figured we were too loud.
It's also on a very specific piece of the paper it was on.
Right.
It's like very specific, like weird. It's like a kind of a weird sticky note that I know Royce has never seen ever in his life. They're kind of like transparent.
It's like transparent. I've never even seen those before. So
yeah, we have those in our house.
Property of Royce Neely.
Yeah, that would have been funny, right?
Neely Distillery.
Yeah.
We still put my name underneath and they still would have been confused.
Right.
Someone named Beka put this on here. But it's like really even just specific paper. Like if there's two people who I know are not fucking detectives, it is Royce and Steve. Like, not detectives. I'm not putting you guys on any sort of detection crew at all because I would have immediately been like, that's the paper from inside of our house because I know no one else has that paper.
I feel like I don't sound good in this story, but I'm better than Royce, I feel.
That's of course what you'd say.
Yeah.
That's exactly what like Sherlock and Holmes, but like what's the opposite of Sherlock and Holmes? It's Stephen Royce.
It sounds like the next plot of the Dumb and Dumber movie. Like they're gonna try and solve a crime.
We're working on it. Yeah,
Really innately.
Yeah, we went to work hard on that thing. We wanted to know answers. We wanted answers. So yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys got them figured out real fast too.
We called you down as our first witness, and once we did that, the case was blown wide open. That's not bad.
Yeah. It's amazing how fast it was solved.
What if Beka was already at the distillery? What was going to happen then? How would you?
They would have called me and they'd been like, "Who is this?" And I'd be like, "Royce, why are you calling me?" Ask me, "What's your number on the door?" And I'd be like, "What are you fucking talking about?"
Oh, we would have done a hard target search of the area too. Every outhouse, penthouse, shithouse. We'd have turned over everything to see who wrote that.
And still found nothing.
Right.
People would be like, "Why the hell are you here?"
And like the worst part, like they're like, "Oh, Rebecca, come down here," and I'm like laying in bed. It's Sunday after Bootleggers Day, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, that sounded pretty like intense voice there, so it must be something serious." I'm like putting on my pajamas, and I just meander down the steps. Who is this? Like, you thought that there was a fucking horse head in the bed. like that's what you would have thought had just happened to the house. Like, no, not anything serious. Actually, the most boring story ever. And just it just means you guys aren't going to be getting hired as detectives anytime soon.
That's true.
Sorry.
All right. On that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with KK. She was relatively quiet through all that, just listening, and glad it wasn't her in the crosshairs.
Right. I'm going to open up some Widow Jane.
Widow Jane, okay. Okay, that's very good. I'm glad it is. That's a Wicker product, so yeah, all right. Darren looks ready to go. We'll have him go next.
I didn't even know I owned this bottle. I just was like looking around. I was like, "Oh, I've never even opened that." So I got some Boone County Toasted cask finish here.
Okay.
Ooh, did that get picked up at all?
Yeah, that was nice. That was okay. It was crisp.
It hurt my ears, so
it did. I wouldn't say that. I think Kathy's was actually better. So Kathy's got the lead.
That's a shame.
Yeah. All right. Bo is next. Bo, what do you got?
Oh, since we're talking about Whiskey Thief, I'm going to go with a bottle of Whiskey Thief.
Man, everybody's doing good on.
But it's very well loved, so it's not going to render any kind of anything.
Yeah, nothing. Bo's a sound engineer, by the way. We heard everything that bottle gave there, which was nothing. Yeah, it's not like Swy and these other guys that are fumbling around like, it's my mic. Bo can't say that.
Yeah, Bo literally knows what he's doing.
Right, exactly. Yeah. All right, Becca's next. Or maybe not. She looks like she's setting up her.
Next. I just grabbed a bottle of Whiskey Thief.
Okay.
This is a Bourbon whiskey unfiltered. That's really all it says on here. So.
He went.
I think you need to have your sound guy over. Bo might have to come over and adjust that microphone. I don't know what happened there. I think KK,
It was kind of weird on my end. Like it was loud, but it was like I don't know. It was weird.
it was like three different noises.
It was like an electronic fart.
Yes, yeah, it was. It was. All right, Buzzard's Roost Kindred collab. Signed bottle, too. Signed bottle. This is very much a collector's item. So, all right, see what we got here. Not much there. Not much there. So, KK wins. Cheers
Wow.
to her.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
All right. It ends up being a pretty big pour. I got the big glass. I got to temper my pours tonight, or I won't make the fourth show.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So what we'll do next, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking about Lisa Wicker going to Whiskey Thief and what we think about this. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show. All right. Grab one of those. Oh, God. It's George T. Stagg. We just throwing around here at the ABV Barrel Shop. You're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about Lisa Wicker.
Yes, we are. So Lisa Wicker, she has gone on to Whiskey Thief. And I know she was looking, and I was hoping that she would land something really good because she's had a little bit of a rough time. Obviously, she left Widow Jane after their buyout, and Heaven Hill buys them out. And again, I don't know if that had anything to do with the Heaven Hill buyout. Things change after you do that. Everything was, nice on both sides, so maybe she just was ready to move on. I have no idea. But then she goes to Town Branch and, is not there very long. And then she goes to Girard County, was there for days, not even weeks. So, and then she's been looking ever since. And then she, and she's a good friend, and she can't talk about these things when they're in the works. But then she had told us she had something in the works when she was just recently on the Bourbon Show. She did say she'd tell us first, and she did. As soon as she found out, she gave us the heads up, and we announced it along with everyone else. When the press release came out, but it was she kept her word and said she would tell us as soon as she knew something. And she's going to Whiskey Thief, and I can't help but think I want you guys to weigh in on this too, of course, but I can't help think this is kind of like the perfect marriage because Whiskey Thief I think does an excellent job, and the rep is out about them. It's a great, fun place to visit. It's a great place to go. What is not talked about though is Whiskey Thief's whiskey. No one's like top bottles, and you never see them on the list. Best craft in Kentucky, anything like that. Not that anything wrong with they're doing that. Certainly, I know that they're sourcing a lot of stuff and things like that. But the fact that Lisa's going to be in there now and helping them make whiskey, that down the road is going to be some really good stuff. Plus, the idea of her being there, the opportunity to not only go to have a fun place to go drink and hang out, but now to see someone in action who's a great master distiller. I think this is perfect marriage. I think she landed on something that could take her to the end of her career if she wants it to do so. So, what do you guys think about this one?
I think the other thing that's it makes sense for Lisa a lot, but I think it makes more sense for Whiskey Thief because they are even since I've gotten into bourbon, they've grown so much. Almost
got two places now. Two places too.
Yeah, I was gonna say they just opened up that place in Louisville, so now they're in both big bourbon cities. Mm-hmm. And she's gonna be mostly in Bardstown, right? Is where she's working out of.
Yeah.
But
that's where she lives. That's where she lives. But yeah,
I'm sure she'll have to go up to Louisville sometime to do events up there. And now you have a location in both of the big bourbon destinations. You have a big name distiller in the industry.
But there's not just to clarify, she's they're in Frankfurt and Louisville.
Frankfurt and Louisville. Yeah. Okay. So still. Yeah. Two cities that everyone visits when they're going into bourbon.
For sure. You're going to go to Buffalo Trace, and Whiskey Thief is fairly close to that. Yep. And then everybody's in Louisville at some point for the tasting room. So yeah.
And I've heard last few times I've been in Louisville, everyone's been talking about how amazing they've been to the Frankfurt experience, but the Louisville one is evidently what everyone's talking about right now. Which
Has anybody been to that? I haven't been to their Louisville.
I have not yet either.
I want to go. I just don't have much time these days. But yeah, I'll get there eventually.
I just visited the Frankfurt one a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
it's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We had
fire pit outside, and different samples, and
we did an event there. Were you not at the event that we did, Kathy? Oh, okay. I'm surprised, but yeah, we did an event there.
It was a fun one.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, everyone comes and talk about just like the experience over there. They're like, it's an absolute blast. Mm-hmm. And so I do think that this kind of, I don't want to say it like solidifies them, but it definitely puts a nice mark to their name that they have someone who's a serious distiller. And I think that it's really good for them to get someone like Lisa. And they're a cool place, and Lisa's cool. So it just kind of I think it'll all just work together.
Yeah. Yeah, and she's also, to Becca's point, the other part of the job is, when you've got a good master distiller that you want out front, are they good talking to people and things like that? And Lisa's great. I mean, she's going to be able to get them publicity. I'm sure a lot of the local newspapers, as they do whiskey things or need a quote, Lisa Wicker is a great person to reach out to. She makes herself very accessible, and she'll also be on podcasts and things like that. And it's all promotes their business. So, I think she has a strong social media presence too. So people watch her, what she's doing, what's going on. So yeah, that's all plays in well. Well, I know you like Three Boys. I've certainly seen you hanging out there and things like that. So what do you think about the addition of Lisa to the mix now?
Yeah, I mean, like everything you guys just said, I think it's going to be great for both her and them. One of the things. So Hunter Coffee was there. He was kind of their head distiller for a long time. But even when he was there, they didn't seem to have what other distilleries had, and that's like a face that they could put out. Hunter's good. I mean, he's a great distiller, and he's a good
behind the scenes. But yeah, he was uncomfortable being interviewed and things like that.
And so, being able to put a face out there and say, "This is our head distiller, master distiller, whatever you want to, whatever she wants to go by," but to say this is the face of the brand, I think that's a good move on their part.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I go to a lot of events, and typically, if I'm there and Lisa's there, we usually hang out, and then I get to see the people's reaction to Lisa. She is well thought of. I can guarantee you that she is well thought of in the industry. So it's a good thing for your distillery if everyone knows you. I mean, I see her talking to the Beams, I see her talking to, all kinds of people from the industry. You know, she's good friends with Royce, just like she's friends with everybody else in the industry. I think that's a good thing for your distillery when other people in the industry like it. And I don't know how much of that was with Three Boys as it was up to this point. I think I felt like they're more kind of independent in their own thing, but now I think they're truly part of the family because Lisa's part of the family. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I completely agree with that.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely like what Bo said, like gives them an actual face to their distillery.
yeah,
Because that's what people want. Like they want someone to come and sign their bottle. And there's like people who work there, which is cool and fine, but like having the master distiller do it is really cool, especially when it's Lisa Wicker.
Yeah.
right. Anybody who knows her knows that she's great. Just a really cool person, and just kind of fits in with everybody. So yeah. So
Yep.
when we play cards now, she plays, and she's I know she goes hunting. She's got a lot of great like interest in things like that. I mean, pretty much anything. I think if you're into something cool and you put together a bourbon event, and you can invite Lisa because she's into it. We're gonna do a fishing tournament. Lisa be in. She does anything.
So I've never met Lisa personally yet, but out of everyone that you've interviewed multiple times on the Bourbon Show, she is always my favorite. When you said you interviewed her again recently, I was like, sweet, another Lisa episode. Because I think you've done it 2 or 3 times.
Oh yeah, for
and
sure.
every time, each interview feels like the most informative. Like you learn a lot of things, but also not talking, oh, I have to hit these talking points. Just talking like a friend, relax, chill.
Yeah.
And always look forward to more Lisa interviews.
Yeah. I enjoy it too. So there you go. That's a little bit about what's going on with Lisa, and good times ahead. And I know we look forward to getting out and seeing her once she gets her sleeves fully rolled up and into the roll. We'll probably put together an event and go see her out there and check out what's going on.
I won't miss that one.
You won't miss that one. That one you'll
Won't
be
miss
part
that
of.
one.
Okay. Sounds good. On that note, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Darren, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me messing up all of Kentucky's geography at the Bourbon Adventures.
That stuff happens. And the confusing thing, she does live in Bardstown, so that's her base, and that's where she works out of a lot. But so she'll be working at the distillery and probably some events and things like that at the tasting room too, I'm sure. Kathy, how about you? Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at KKCaststrength.
All right, Bo.
I'm on all the socials under My Journey Through the American Spirits, and all those same socials under Bourbon Sasquatch.
All right, Miss Beka Sue.
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Beka Sue, 1K, no C's.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check that one out. Everything that we do is out there, including our events and stuff like that. You want to get involved in those, be part of the crew club, and join us on cool things that we do, like going and seeing Lisa Wicker. Also, come by and see me at the ABV Barrel Shop. We are there. Darren and I are there 7 days a week, so one of us is going to be there all the time. So check us out online, abvbarrelshop.com. Miss Beka Sue, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.